Hey guys, welcome to the second part of the animation Goofs in Hot Wheels Wheel Race and Acceleracers. For this episode, I'm joined by Jacob Pfund and his brother Aaron.
Hi guys! Hello!
Jacob and Aaron actually helped me a lot to find these animation Goofs. This video just wouldn't be possible without them. So without further ado, let's start this episode.
So to improve the flow of the video, we decided to divide all the goofs we found into categories. First we have animation errors, clipping errors, loading and rendering errors, miscellaneous errors, and community findings. You do realize that word is pronounced errors, right? Shut up, it's fancy!
Stick around for all the new stuff we found.
First up, in animation errors, in the opening to Ignition, we can see a line of drones just marching along until suddenly they just snap into formation, like their walk cycle just got cut off.
Next is when Taro watches the Wheel of Power opening for the first time. When Lonnie walks over to him, she's not even animated. She just slides across the room like a statue. It's funny already when you notice it, but if you add some sounds to it...
A new realm is about to open.
Next one, in the mini-episode of the Ice Realm, when, in Taro's dream, Jerome hangs Taro by his head, part of her shoulder randomly twists around her arm. Lucky for her, she's a robot.
In Ultimate Race, when Wild kicks Kadeem, Kadeem slides across the floor, but if you look carefully, he isn't animated until he stops.
Also, when Gig electrocutes the L1, the drone is not animated when he falls.
Next up we have clipping errors, which is where two or more objects pass through each other, like ghosts. Ooh.
We start with Speed of Silence, where we can see Spinebuster's lava plow clipping through Riveted's chassis.
In the Metro realm, when Monkey is trying to escape from the kamikaze semi-truck, his eyebrows clip through his helmet a few times, like a cartoon.
In the Cliffside Realm micro episodes, when the drone steals the car, his shoulder clips into the seat behind him.
Also, what even is that giant box back there?
Next up, in Breaking Point, in the assembly line sequence, there are tires in the background that just spawn from a tire that doesn't move.
What the heck? You're right!
If you look really closely at Tesla, you can see the hydraulic pistons on his chin constantly clip into themselves.
Well, when you think about it, that would be a terrible costume for a physical actor. He wouldn't be able to look down very far, and if he tried, he wouldn't be able to open his mouth.
Next up is loading and rendering errors, meaning pieces or entire models not appearing where they should, or the wrong model appearing altogether.
When Torque and Nolo are about to race in Ignition, you can see the windows rolling up, but it looks like Hollowback's windshield actually disappeared.
Torque, I hope you close your mouth in the Swamp Realm.
In the first Cavern Realm micro episode, the mutant bats are perched on the ceiling and then swoop in to attack the drivers, but they must have mastered the art of levitation because they're not hanging on anything, they're just suspended there.
And I believe that in the same realm, the camera clips into Chicane's hood and shows the front grille instead of the hood.
What is this, a first-person shooter?
Next, when Gig grabs the arm of Tesla's biosuit at the beginning of Speed of Silence, it's obvious he's supposed to be grabbing it from either side, but some kind of rendering error causes both of Gig's hands to appear in front of the piece he's holding?
In this shot behind Taro, the metal frame of the chair is missing.
Whoa, so thing really just disappears like that? That's really strange.
This is an interesting thing I first noticed when Lonnie and Nolo were driving to the infirmary in Speed of Silence. Nolo has Teku seatbelts on in a former Wave Rippers now unaffiliated car, and Lonnie has no seatbelts at all. Tisk tisk, young lady, safety first. We see something similar happen with Monkey in the Storm Realm. After his car is blown up and he's sliding with just his seat, the lower straps aren't connected to the seat. They follow where his hips move. And again with Porkchop and Monkey's seatbelts connecting to random parts of their seats in different shots in the Swamp Realm. It completely changes from shot to shot. But what I think this means is that the seatbelts were part of the character models instead of the car models. Which makes perfect sense. It's much easier to track 3 or 4 points and stretch the seatbelt model to meet them than it is to track the character model's movements and have the seatbelts reacting to them realistically. This is 2005 software we're talking about.
Yeah, and also when Tower uses the Cavern Acceleracharger in the Water Realm, he suddenly has a Drone Acceleracharger port instead of his normal one.
Where did he even find that? This was before he went into the drone's headquarters.
This one is hard to tell what went wrong, but we thought it fit best here. When the drivers enter the Pipeline Realm, right after Porkchop and Shirako land on the track, there are a few frames that show Porkchop's head cut off at the upper left corner of the screen. Almost like he's been erased. Erased from existence. We're going too far with this one, aren't we?
Just a tiny bit.
Okay. In Ultimate Race, when Taro and Karma are looking at each other inside the sweeper, Riveted's windows disappear. This must be a Maniac's thing.
Now, onto miscellaneous errors. These errors are either too specific or they just don't really fit into any particular category.
First, in Ignition, it looks like the track textures constantly changes in the Storm Realm. It keeps switching between Realms tracks with no arrow, Realms track going backward, and even Highway 35's track. I don't know what happened, but the guy that made this must have really been lost.
Speaking of tracks, if you love to collect the diecasts as much as I do, oh god help me, I made all the tracks from Highway 35 and Acceleracers as printable paper crafts. These tracks are perfectly scaled to match the real Hot Wheels diecasts, and the patterns are repeatable so you can lay as many down in a line as you want to make as long of a track as you want. You can use them in your displays, photo shoots, dioramas, you name it. These tracks are free to use and can be found at full resolution along with the cutting and folding instructions at the link in the description. Also includes the Racing Drones cars using the Monument Acceleracharger, perfectly to scale with the diecast that you can use to recreate your favorite scenes from the movies. If you print some out yourself, you can share the pictures with me on Facebook, Gmail, or Facebook? Yeah, I'm barely on social media.
You follow my YouTube?
Whoa, did you just self-promote?
Hey, look at this! The two RD-06 that split off to follow Vert reappear behind the pack later on down the track, and then immediately disappear again. And one of the RD-02 that flips over when they reach the surface. Then it reappears to perform Maneuver 7 on Taro. How did it catch up so fast?
Maybe the drones are better drivers than we give them credit for.
NANI?! Gotcha, bitch!
In the Metro realm, we can see the drones using the Monument Acceleracharger, but this time they don't actually turn into flat 2D images like RD-08 did in Ignition. The animators took the 3D models and compressed them into what looks like as thin as they could go without causing geometry errors.
If you need proof, look closely. RD-05 still has two distinct rear tires.
When Marky was knocked off the track by a wrecking ball in the Junk realm, Flathead Fury crashed upright, but in Ultimate Race, the view from the onboard camera appears to be upside down.
Side note, an RD-S1 is shown walking toward the car, but no vehicle that could support an RD-S1 entered the junk realm.
Come to think of it, no vehicle that could have been driven by an RD-S1 even appeared in this movie.
If you count the Accelerachargers Galorum has in RD-09's console, one is missing. 15 Accelerachargers were collected throughout the movies, but only 14 are together here, so one is definitely missing. But which one could it be?
Well, that should be the subject of another video. That actually already made it, so right up there, don't forget to check it out.
Next, when Karma uses her EDR in the drone's headquarters, she just flips a normal toggle switch instead of pressing the EDR button.
And finally, right back to the beginning, the symbol on the Storm Realm exit portal is mirrored.
The Storm symbol is the same upside down as it is right side up, just in case anyone was wondering.
And while we're on the subject of Acceleracers being held upside down, why can't anyone hold these things the right way up? Good job, Nolo, but now you're upside down!
I want to thank you guys so much for finding all of these. I simply couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks, we had a blast.
Yeah, it was really cool. I hope to do more video like these.
Anytime.
Now here are the golden gems you, the community, found in the world race that I just didn't see.
I found one too. It's hard to say if this was a loading error or an intentional part of the model, but if you look closely, Tesla doesn't have an arm in his sleeve. If this was intentional, it's a pretty common trick. In 3D animation, you leave parts of the model out to save space and processing power on something that you're not going to see anyway.
Whoa, awesome one. Thanks.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, I love making videos with others. So I hope you've all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check the description. And I'll see you in the next one.
See you next time.
Ciao.
I wish someone would tell us how much we're getting paid.
Someone just animated the wrong car in the wrong scene. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm looking at you, Carl. Yeah, you. You don't really know who I was talking to. Come back. What the fuck? Come back here. Oh, shit.
Ah, motherfucker! I'm a businessman, and this is my business. Now who the bitch?